All right, so you are working on show.
I'm, I'm working on the Summerween blanket,
Okay,
managed for, and you are working on.
beautiful. I am going to attempt to knit while we talk. So I do want to show you this. 'Cause I'm sort of proud. So this is, I've done wonky washcloths. Is all I've done before. But this time I actually have, I think, pretty straight sides.
Oh,
And it's pretty well like uniform. And
very
I
nice.
have a bunch of space between my stitches. Because before it was like you could see through everything that I knit. Like my
It was
only
like
issue is it supposed to curl like that?
depending on your stitch, yes.
Well, it's just a knit and purl. You know, knit one side, purl the other side. What is that? Stockinette. Oh, who's here? Hello.
Oh, my girl.
Oh, hey.
Okay.
Hello. Hi,
Oh my gosh,
everyone. I'll read the
people
chat.
already. Hi guys.
How are
I
y'all
didn't,
doing?
I didn't expect to look up and see 5 people already.
All right. Huh, huh. I'm going to ignore that. I don't like to know how many's in here. That's my preference.
Well, I mean, just kidding then.
We'll just pretend like you didn't say anything.
Yeah, I was kidding. Said nothing.
Right? I didn't bring my laptop out tonight because I figured, like it was more of a distraction. Like I was trying to read chat in both places, It was so
Mhm.
silly. Girl, Kaylin, I know you are tired. She's a workaholic.
I know it. Oh, she's like, can you guys see
Oh,
Maverick?
oh no, he's got the I'm going to tear my bed apart. Yeah, no. We don't like
Surprise!
that.
He's like trying to rearrange it, is what he's trying to do, but he can't do that either.
Are you sure?
He's not doing what you may think he's doing.
Okay, that was my dog. That would be a torn up bed. That's what she does when someone does that.
Oh, amigurumi gnome.
Yes, nice. Amigurumi is one of the things that I haven't, like, I'm just not that great at it, so I'm really not into it. But I
Same.
love what everybody else makes.
I'm not good at it myself. I like what everybody does with it.
Right. Well, you did those monsters and stuff, and those turned out really cute a couple years ago.
You can't really go wrong with monsters, though. Like, who's going to tell you your monster's not supposed to look like that?
That's true. I didn't think about it like that.
Well, every monster I saw doesn't have a neck like that. Really, what the monster is supposed to look like.
Right. Okay, well then that's your little niche. That's what you need to do.
That's the niche I stay in.
I thought you were a pro. Honestly, I was like, oh, look at her.
That's my secret. They can't tell you it's wrong if it doesn't exist.
Right. Oh, now you're addicted to it. Yeah, I kind of getting that way about knitting. I'm trying to get where I'm
Sorry.
doing something else, with the knitting. Look, I'm actually working.
You want to talk knitting? Dozer right there. Dozer gets crafty. That's your knitting girl right there.
Oh yeah. All right. Well, this is my first ever scarf. It started off as a washcloth, then became a scarf. I kept going with it because it looked good. What are you working on? Dozer gets crafty. And welcome in. I don't think we said welcome in. Thank you. If you're talking to me.
She's working on bedtime.
Yeah, past my bedtime. I understand. I understand. Felt like I could open this with like, but we would get in trouble singing it. What I wanted to say to you was the "Hello Darkness, my old friend." I wanted to sing it to you. Okay, wait. What am I doing here? Okay, I remember now. I think, and the other thing I have to do on the knitting, I don't know if other people do this. Whatever side I am working on, I have to put a stitch marker. If I set it down and I come back to my work, I cannot tell for sure yet. I'm working on trying to be able to identify it, but I'm not quite there yet. So I moved the stitch marker like around. So I'm about to flip it to the other side because I'm turning to the other side. I cannot
I
read my stitches.
I always leave when I'm knitting. I leave it on knit stitches. So
Oh,
like I know this sounds really stupid, but I in my head it sounds right to me to say need to knit. Like it's
okay.
so I'm
And
like,
that's how
okay,
you
it's
remember it.
yeah, and it's always worked for me. Like
I'm worried
I
I
don't
still
know.
won't remember.
Yeah, because it's not your thing, right? Like you'd have to find like your well the stitch
It's a
markers your
great idea. It's a great idea. I just don't, I just worry. But maybe I could if I always left it on that side. Like it makes perfect sense. Because I'm like, if I ever lose the stitch marker, oh no.
like it even sounds stupid to me saying it out loud, but like just in my head it was always like need to knit, so I set it down and I couldn't stop until I had knit stitches going. I don't know what I
Yeah,
would do if I always purl.
it does. It makes total sense. I'm like, what am I doing? Hey, that's good though that I can look at it and go, okay, yeah, I know what I'm doing. Because I used to not be able to. I would start like if I set it down mid row, I would start going doing something different when I came back.
Maeve said usually I'm up so late it's early. Me too. Me too, Maeve. And hi, by the way. I don't think we said hi to you. Hi.
Yes, hello, hello. Oh wow, 4 a.m. I get up at 6 a.m.
I'm up at 4 a.m. also.
Yeah, but you're still up and have been up.
I'm up at 6 a.m. also.
I know, I know. I usually get up and answer your in the middle of the night messages. That's one of my first things I do. I've had a lot of insomnia lately, just for no reason, you know. But I've been up like 3 a.m., 4 a.m., and all that too. I started, I think, to get back on my sleep schedule pretty much. Hello,
Hi.
Ashley. And oh, we got a Myra. Hello. How are y'all doing? What are you working on? Lilu, hello. Hopefully I said that right. I probably am knitting weird, but that's what I'm doing is I'm knitting and Heather's working on her blanket. Is there anybody here that was sorry about the train? Is there anybody here tonight that was here the other night? Anybody?
In the live on Courtney's channel.
Yeah, when we were on my channel.
Oh, we got more gnomes. She's working on Gnome Ghost.
Oh, I like that. So you're working on Summerween projects too.
Yes, Halloween.
My next thing will be Summerween related.
Yay! Hi, Rachel.
Hello, hello.
Ooh, that's a lot of squares for king size blanket making.
But I recently learned the moss stitch as well, and I love it as well.
Also known as.
Women stitch. Oh, goodness.
Hello from Cumming, Georgia. Now, how close to Appalachia is that? Appalachia? Say it, Courtney.
Appalachia.
How close to Appalachia is that?
Appalachian Mountains.
I'm fascinated now. Now I'm fascinated. How close is that?
Oh, I don't know. I'm kind of curious because I'm in Georgia too. But I don't know that area. I think you're up north from me. I'm in the swamp. So I'm down at the bottom.
Would that make her closer then?
No, I think Cummings, Georgia is up quite a few hours from me. But yeah, I think that would make her closer because it's like 5 hours to the trailhead from me.
Oh,
Yeah,
Rachel's in this.
2 hours south of the mountain. Yep. So you're like 4 hours away from me. Oh, Rachel from Michigan. Hello, hello, hello.
She can also map out her home on her hands.
Right?
Like the one thing we have going for us. Well, probably not the one thing,
Right.
but I mean, it's a big selling
Is it
point.
this way or this way? Does it matter left or right? It matters, doesn't it?
It's this hand because like Detroit would be over here. So,
Okay.
I mean, I don't know if
So
I'm mirrored, but
the
the way
left
I'm,
hand.
yeah.
Is it the left or right hand?
I'm
Your
holding
right
up my right.
Okay, so this is my right hand.
Yeah, I'm holding my right hand to face you because then like Detroit would be over here.
Okay.
Over here, Rachel. Where was I? I pointed a couple places. So I was getting ahead of myself.
We forget to pay attention.
I get all excited too because I'm like.
Anybody just coming in is like, what is going on? Okay, I gotta move my stitch marker.
No, Maeve is doing the Jada and Stitches calendar blanket.
Yes, very nice, very nice.
Okay.
I've always said I was gonna do one of those, and I never have.
I was a little interested in doing the She did the one, was it last year that was the different mile a minute one, the strip? Last year or the year before? I didn't get to it, but I was like, oh, I might do that. Then I didn't. But
Right.
I go to Flint a lot, Rachel. I've probably been somewhere in your area. Somewhere in here.
Okay. Geography with Heather.
Get out the ruler.
Right?
That's the only state I can really do that on, so Again, that's our selling point.
And it is a great selling point.
You
Even
have Appalachia.
we're
Appalachia?
gonna
Did I
work
get
on this. We're gonna work on this. Keep going.
Appalachia?
The more you
Appalachia?
say it wrong, the more likely I'm gonna start saying it wrong. You're poisoning my mind. Now I'm afraid to say it actually.
I was waiting too. I was like, if I'm quiet long enough, she'll say it. Appalachia. Oh,
You did
another
great.
Michigan house. Hi, Jessica.
You did great. It is just the way that you sounded so southern all of a sudden. It was like you channeled something. Oh, sorry, Myra. I'm sorry. That's a bad thing. I'm sorry. I don't want to kill nobody.
How could it be a bad thing?
Oh, it can be.
Then Bobby Brown walked off the set of Stranger Things. No, I didn't hear that. What? Like
Okay, that's gonna ruin it for me.
I had heard that she was done like a while ago. I had heard she was done, but I assumed like she had filmed her part and that she was done with it. And then recently, because I read like the news thing pops up on my phone. Like I get a bunch of once the news app gets a hold of like, oh, you're interested in Stranger Things, or oh, you're interested in Bon Jovi or whatever, every true or untrue article ever pops up, ever, unchecked, whatever. And so the latest one I got was that the filming had stopped because some of the actors had made themselves unavailable. Like she just got married to Jake Bon Jovi, John Bon Jovi's oldest son, I think, and
Oh,
they were vacationing and honeymooning in wherever they're honeymooning in, so they were unavailable for filming. Noah, who is who plays Will, is I forgot where he was, but he's off somewhere doing something, not working, but doing something else, vacationing or something. So he's unavailable. So all these actors are just unavailable at the moment. And I'm like, well, okay, well, what about working, kids? Like, but no, I didn't know that she walked off. Maybe they killed her off.
oh, that'd be terrible. That would be terrible. This is the last season of it, though, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, they can
sadly.
kill whoever they want.
Like, I don't know. I mean, I don't know if this is a popular or an unpopular opinion, but I kind of feel like it would be okay if 11 had to die to save the rest of the world. Like, it'd be sad, and I'm a little biased here, but I think it would be sad for Hopper because he's gone through so much having to deal with his whole daughter and everything, and then he finally finds another daughter in 11, and he's this is his chance to make up for everything and like have her take care of her, and then he'd have to lose her too. But like for her death to like save the world.
Right. Like that's funny.
That's my bestie Seth, by the way, in chat. Everybody say hi to Seth. He's hashtag by 11. Yes,
We can
Jessica
tell who he doesn't like.
for the 6th time. What's that?
I said we can tell who he doesn't like. He said, no remorse.
Yeah, I
And
don't
thank
think
you, Mama. I did see that up there. I did see that. Thank you. Glad it's not annoying you.
your laugh would never. I don't see how your laugh would annoy anybody.
Oh, it does.
I don't see how.
Believe me. Girl, believe me. Not too many people, but enough. Could definitely be worse.
Oh, I think that's a good decision. Just,
Oh, yeah. I was late to the party too. Let me tell you, I did not. What was there 3 seasons out before I even ever watched it at all? Maybe even the fourth one. Seriously, and one of my daughters was really into it, and she said it was so great, but I just did not watch it. Didn't. I don't know why I didn't. I was just like, that's not for me. It so was for me. I think it's Heather. All the talking Heather did about it, and I was like, I'm gonna go ahead and watch it so I know what she's talking about. And then I was like glued. And then I'm like, when's the next season coming? It was season 3 because then I wanted to know, like, girl, you got the download. When is season 4 coming? I needed to know. And now I've
season.
rewatched it also.
I think that season has made me cry more than any other television show ever.
Oh no, I'm a big time crier. I cry over all kinds of things.
Like you think I would finally
Anything,
not come to it though, you know? Like, no, still cry.
right? Now the other night I couldn't keep up with Heather and I kept just making nothing. So we're gonna see how far I get on this tonight.
I believe in you. You can do this.
Yeah, Rachel, for real. Like I'm telling you, like I got so hooked so bad, and that I could not stop watching. And then I got my husband to watch, and he got hooked too. I was like, I'll rewatch this with you. You'll like it, and he did.
So good. So hard not to.
Yeah, for real, it is. And I did not think I was gonna get into it at all. I sure did. Okay, look, I've done like 4 rows already. That's better than the last time.
Ooh, progress.
I ended up with yarn bark the last time. That's all I got out of it.
I thought what you made last time looked like a flower.
Yeah, but then I had to pull it all out because it looked so stupid. And I wasn't what I was trying to do in the first place. So I just ended up with a pile of yarn pulled out. Yeah, but see, Jessica, that's another one that said they didn't get into it until third season. Telling you, I thought it was like nothing too. I was like, no, that's not for me.
Oh, I was hooked the first like trailer for it that I saw. I was like, oh yeah, yeah, I know this is all about me, right there.
I don't know. Like, I don't know what. Maybe I didn't see anything on it. I don't know. I don't know how I missed it and like just then got the impression that I wouldn't be interested. That was very wrong.
I was like, it's
Super
set
wrong.
in the '80s, and it's a bunch of nerds playing D&D, and there's horror base in it. Yeah.
Right? Maybe, it gets off to a little bit of a slow start maybe for me. And then but it's like such a little while. Like if I'd been more patient, I think I would have realized like how good it was, but I wasn't patient at all. I was like, eh. Okay, now we're on the knit side. We're getting somewhere.
I hate purling. Like, I hate it.
I love it. It's my favorite thing to do. Used to hate
Curling?
it. Yeah, but I figured out like how to hold my yarn better and to make it where like I have it like basically like a slingshot so that I can hold the like you'll see it like I wrap it around my thumb and stuff like cutting off circulation. So I'm like holding the yarn taut and then I don't have to like hold it that taut the whole time, but that's how I get started. And then from there I just like am looping it over and it works out perfect, except for that time when it didn't.
I think I knit
Normal.
weird also. I know I hold it my yarn and stuff weird when I crochet. I think I hold it weird when I knit also.
Yeah, don't you do everything like one handed or something? That's what it looks like.
I I do when I crochet. Actually, yeah, I think I do when I knit too. It's been so long since I knit, I can't remember it offhand, but yeah, I think I do when I knit too.
I think that might be normal for knitters. I don't know. I heard somebody say that before.
I've been told that I crochet like this because I knit first, like
Oh,
that it's probably more natural feeling for me because of that. I was like, I
gotcha.
don't know.
It's about the most unnatural thing to me doing this and keeping a hold of these needles, which this is like just the size that I needed. I have like a sample chow goo type deal where it's like just a few chow goo needles. And I do like those, but they're sharp. And I tend to
Hmm.
want to push on the top. And that's not going to work. I'll be bleeding.
Yeah,
They
I
are
push
really sharp.
mine too.
Hmm.
I know I
So,
definitely do that. Get them like
yeah,
I
like I don't mean to, but I do it. I
I
do
do
it
it
really,
every.
yeah, it's not good. But like I'm able to hold on to this stuff like better because when I first started, I would be like holding on to it, and then all of a sudden I'd start losing my stitches. And I was like in this fight with it to try to keep a hold of everything. But the more I tried to grab, the more it would just slide off the top, and I'd have to. I learned to start like just dropping it to my left to keep them from all flying off. I can do it only for so long. Bugs are really bad right now, y'all. Whoa. But it's I want to hold too tightly. So as I've gotten better with like being able to hold on to stuff like and not having to feel like I have to hold on for dear life, it's made it where it doesn't hurt as bad. But it does make them pretty stiff, like my joints and stuff. So I can't like do this every day for hours and hours. I'll do this for tonight for an hour, and then I'll put it down. Till, the next night I might work on it for an hour.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah. I'm getting faster though. That's the thing. And I watch those people online, like the pros. And there's this one lady, she can be doing a live, and she is like, and there's so much going on here. She ain't missing a stitch, and she's like, like a knitting machine, but it's her hand. So I know we can get faster. I know it's possible. Because this is like, I've been doing this for like 7 months, y'all. Okay, like
I used to think I was fast.
forever.
Like in knitting, I used to think when knitting was all I did, I used to think I was fast because I used to think I was like amazing at knitting, and then I realized that I wasn't.
Hmm.
Then I just
Like,
lost all
I'm a natural.
appreciation for it.
Look at me
Yeah,
go.
I'd be like, oh, I'm so great at knitting. I can do anything knitting. Like I can do anything people that crochet can do. I'm so awesome. I can figure it out, and I'm fast at it, and blah blah blah. And then I was like, I'm not really that great at it.
Hey, Michael, MDL Crochet. Hello.
Hi, MDL. Crochet. I can read. Not that great at that either, apparently.
I have the excuse that it's late and I'm tired for anything I do wrong. Heather does not have that excuse. because she is a night owl up all night.
I'm kind of just permanently tired though. Like just like a not like exhausted at a certain time when you should be. I'm just kind of permanently kind of tired. Like,
Uh-huh. I'm just
never really
permanently
know.
kind of. Okay.
You just run off caffeine.
That's true. I've got a Coke here and water because I should be drinking my water, but I'm also drinking poison. I know you got a Diet Pepsi somewhere in
You know
that.
what, girl?
She does.
Right.
Look. Yep.
That's just a small one today.
She, not an exact, she can do the throwing. Like, she knits by throwing the yarn, which I don't think I could ever do. But she can do it fast without like looking. It's possible to get there. I don't know how. I really don't know. I don't know how. I don't know if I see that in my future, but I know it's possible. Hashtag goal. Oh yeah. So we have a Ashley telling us she's watching, and Myra's pretty fast, so possibly fast. And that is also cool that y'all are sitting together and watching us. I don't know if this is a good idea what I'm doing, like with the whole thumb thing where I wrap it, but that's what I do is I wrap it around my thumb and use that to do the purl, to like hold the yarn in place. Like I'm making it have like tension, like I'm doing like a slingshot.
Since I really, you think whatever gets you tension would be fine, right?
I think my thumb doesn't like this position though. It's like, later I'm gonna be like, ow, ow,
Say, well, if it's uncomfortable, maybe not.
right? It's so crazy. I can't
maybe
believe
one of
I'm
those, maybe one of those rings would be good because I heard that those are better for knitters than crocheters. The
the tension rings. I have a whole pack of them, and I hated them for crochet. Like I got it thinking it would help me like to not have to pull on my yarn the way I do. Like I crochet weird, I guess, so I kind of pull back for my tension adjustment. And so I
mm-hmm.
was thinking that would help, but they were not. I was like getting tangled up but it would make more sense for the knitting to keep it in place for me. I'm gonna have to try that. I wish I'd brought one out here, but I'll do it next
Isn't that
time.
funny? Half of us have said we crochet weird. It's like, how can we all crochet weird?
I think it's normal. I think it's normal for us all to be weird. We're creative people. Like I
Like, all right,
don't
one of us has to be normal.
I don't think I pay close enough attention a lot of times to how people crochet stuff. Like even you, like I didn't notice for the longest time until you were doing a tutorial, and I was like, "Whoa, what's going on there?" Watching very intently, and I actually saw it. I should have went to the dollar store today. I need more citronella candles. Mosquitoes are eating me up. This
Yeah,
is
I
a
could
break.
not up there. Mosquitoes would
It
freak me
hasn't
out.
been too bad, but I think I probably should have left that fan on high because I think it was blowing them actually away from me, so they couldn't get close to me because I was being like blasted.
Turn it up. I couldn't even hear it. We couldn't hear it. If it helps you, I mean.
Yeah, nobody. She's saying that she hasn't seen two people crochet the same way ever, and I'd say that's true. I don't think I ever have.
But yet, so many people are like, I'm not saying anybody here, but I'm saying like so many people seem to be opinionated on the right and the wrong way. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, yeah. There's always somebody to come on and tell you you're doing it wrong.
change the way. A lot of people, that's what they tell me. Like, well, you should change the way you do it, or it's gonna cause problems for you later, and blah blah blah. Well, how do you know that? You know?
Right. The other way might be a problem for you.
Right.
Maybe they don't realize that you've been doing it for as long as you have and our age, like if it's going to cause a problem, it's done it by now.
That everything's gonna be a problem sooner or later.
Right.
Everything's gonna be hurting.
Right. Exactly. Yeah, I agree. Excuse me, y'all. Coughing in all your ears. I apologize. Right. That's a good point. That really is it doesn't matter how you do it as long as you get to where you're going. that's that's the whole point of it. I know I like legitimately do some stuff like completely like wrong, but it works for me. So I got candles lit. I gotta be careful. I don't light myself on fire.
That's like I was watching. I think it was Cinnamon Stitches when she had started learning to knit and stuff, and she said she had just tons of people telling her like when she was knitting like, well, you're doing this the wrong way, you're doing this the wrong way. It's like, is she making fabric, is she making stuff that's not falling apart, is she making stuff that doesn't have a bunch of holes in it? Leave her alone, man.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean?
Right. Right. It's like sometimes people cross the line where they're not so much being encouraging. They're kind of being more discouraging. They might be trying to be helpful, but like it's just like I just figured out how to do this, and you're telling me I can't do it this
Right.
way. Like what?
But she obviously doesn't like didn't have like, I don't know, some like her mom wasn't standing over her showing her what she was doing, or you know what I mean? She was learning how to do
Right.
it like out of a book or whatever. That's how I learned to do it too. Was out of a book, and I'm
Right.
sure I don't do it right.
Right. But you get to the point. Like it happens. You make the fabric.
Right.
People do care so much, man. I'm telling you, they care a lot about stuff that don't affect them, not one bit.
It's like, I bet if she was making you a sweater, you'd wear it, or you know what I mean? Like,
Right.
did it matter that that yarn went over or under when she did it?
Right. I noticed that what I used to do was I was actually twisting the stitches because I could not get the purling part right for the life of me. So
Uh
I
huh.
ended up knitting everything. But the way I was doing it, like I was actually twisting all of my stitches around. And I was like, this looks so cool. You know,
I think that's
it
the
was
stuff that
totally wrong. I
I
was like,
think.
I think I was knitting through the back loop, but I was twisting it somehow. And like now that I do it like the correct, way, I realized it. I was like, oh, that's why it looked like that.
Right. And exactly, we all love their craft, and that's all that matters. Exactly.
Right. Okay, I know where I'm going now. got lost for a moment, but I identified what I'm doing. On MDL, his channel, what he does is Tunisian. So that's my next because I learned knitting, like got better at knitting and actually learned how to knit and purl correctly. That's where we're at still. I did that when I got hurt last year. That was one of the things I wanted to check off. And so while I
Hmm.
had to have my foot up in the air for months, I was like, I am going to learn this. So the next injury, that's what I'm going to be. I'm going to be learning how to truly do a lot of Tunisian stitches.
I like how you're just anticipating your next injury.
I know it's just a matter of time. I'm clumsy. I live on this like hill, and it used to be the bottom of the ocean, so it is not level at all. And you can be standing on like 17 different elevations all at once. and it's not really steep or anything. Like I've been on bigger mountains, but I'm telling y'all, to my clumsy butt, this is like death trap central. And I got chickens, and they like to dig holes in the most random of places. And 5 minutes ago, there was no hole, but then like 5 minutes later, there's a hole there, and I've just stumbled into it. So it's not a if I will get hurt again, it's when I will get hurt again. And to the level that it is, like, will it require bed rest, or will it be just like I hobble around like injured for a number of days? I mean, I gotta get hurt real bad for my husband to really like baby me though. I cannot stand for like the house to be like a mess or anything, to be dog hair on the floor and be like laid up with my foot up. So like he's got to be super pitying me to work all day and then like come home and do that kind of stuff. I just would like some light injuries that require maybe a week or two, like a mild dislocation again, something like that. Okay. Now my tension, I think, is changing a little bit. Not terrible, but I think it's changing a little bit. Better be careful.
Getting
Me
tighter.
too. I can trip on flat land too. Now you got. So you just go around hurting yourself as well.
Oh, one of David's
I
favorite
understand.
things all about me is we went to a yard sale, and this I wear a lot of platform like sandals and stuff, and so I had on this pair of my platforms were probably about I don't know like 3 inches tall, not heels, mind like full flat platforms.
Oh, I know.
And we were going, we got out of the car and we were going, and I tripped on nothing. And I was really excited because this woman, I remember exactly what I was going to look at was this vintage ghost, the one that you've seen it, Courtney, uh, in my front yard, the one that he just broke the cord to.
The cord on.
The
Yeah.
it was that yard sale that I got this lawn ornament at. I was going to look at it and I tripped on absolutely nothing, fell flat on my face, and my platform went flying. And
Oh
David was laughing so hard, and he's like, "You're the only person I know that can fall out of her shoes." And,
no! Not true. Let me raise my hand, okay?
and this woman was horrified. She was
Okay,
like,
trust true. That's a good
like,
one.
so cheap. So
So I no longer wear wedge or platform style sandals, flip flops, any of that, because
hi Tina, I
in
didn't see you again, by the way.
I I broke my foot, the weight bearing bone in my foot, as I passed my nephew off to my sister. I hand her the child, thankfully, and then I go to turn to walk back into my house, and I rolled. The platform just went, and I went totally sideways on my foot, and I heard the pop in my head, and I didn't even realize. And I'm like about to get in the car, and I did get in the car, and I went. Luckily, it was my left foot, not my right foot. I went and picked up my daughter from school. I called my best friend and told her, "Hey, I think I actually might have broke my foot because it well, I couldn't even get the shoe back on it. Okay, like it was and turning colors." And I had to go to urgent care, and they couldn't figure out whether it was broken or not. And then they did; they thought it was, and I had to go to the doctor and all that stuff. And it was just like this nightmare situation. And I got rid of all my
Oh my
all the veg, all of them. I was like, never again. I was 2 months it took to heal, like 2 full months. And I'm telling y'all, they should have warned me when I went in to get the like boob cast thing off for like the last time, and I was actually able to put weight on it. So I brought my cute little sandal, and it is at this place that's like on kind of like a hill in Jacksonville, and it was a very big parking lot. And of course, I wheel my big old hoopty into the back of the parking lot, and I park towards the back, and I wheelchair myself up into the place. Terrible idea. I had to get out of the wheelchair to go up the ramp because I wasn't strong enough to wheel myself. I get inside, I get the thing off. They tell me I can walk, and I don't even want to say nothing because I didn't want them to put a cast back on. It hurt so bad I could barely walk. Because I was putting weight on it for the first time. I was like, I will never wear a high heel shoe ever again, and I haven't. I have not. It was the worst experience. And I faked it like I was fine all the way out that place. Thankfully, I had that wheelchair folded up. I used it like a walker, and I mean, I almost lost it in the parking lot. I started going really fast by accident. I'm using it trying to like act cool, like I'm fine, but I'm not. So I'm like, I went to the car. It was the worst experience ever. Got rid of
Oh,
all of them, and I've been in flat flip flops ever since.
hi, Dawn. By the way, hi.
Oh yeah, hello, hello. And no, I don't know how they can do the stilettos either. That's not. I can't
Mm, I would break
symbol
something,
for that.
including the stiletto.
And plus, like, I worry, like, what if I fell and I fell on the stiletto and like all the horror movies that I've seen and stuff. I will not. I've never owned a pair. I never will. I do not want to take a stiletto. Like,
Hello, Saskatchewan.
yes, yes, hello, hello. Oh, she's the one who made the Piccadilly from Stranger Things.
Oh,
Jasmine.
hi, Jackson.
Hello, hello. Welcome in. Excuse me.
Oh, I love
Yep.
Billy.
Oh yeah, yeah. The cast. I ended up in a boot, but I had a cast for a week and I got it wet right away. And then I was like, all my skin fell off. It was awful. It was just, I'm telling you, it was the worst experience ever. Aw, we love you too. Oh,
Matt,
he's chilling. He's back there.
he's right there. He's got his cone off. He just had his cone on again, and his eye is much better.
Good.
Yes. He's bored
He's
right
like
now.
so chill and such a
He,
good puppy.
he is.
Again, I have to raise my hand. I've done the same thing. Y'all, I don't know how I still have my real front teeth. I'm just telling y'all. I should have already knocked them out by now. I can tell you that. But when I'm like, this is so stupid sounding probably, but I walk really weird when I am here by myself. Like, legs kind of splayed out and stuff. Like I'm walking like really weird, like trying to be careful to not fall. Because I'm just like, I can just go to move and I just like stumble and start falling. And then I like am worried about hitting and rolling down the hill and like rolling into a tree. And I know I won't be going that fast because it's not that big of a hill, but there's snakes out here and stuff, and I just don't want to roll into anything or into a hornet's nest. The kind of luck I'd have. That's I think why we're all doing like crafts, like all the clumsy people. We love to craft because It's the least amount of injury typically. Like I for a long time was afraid of knitting needles because I was like, I will stab my eye out and I know it. I am too clumsy for those. That's why I don't like we have little stairs here to go up to the loft in the tiny house. And that was my one thing. Like I really did not want to have to do that. I'm afraid of heights too. So even though it's about like 8 feet, I'm telling y'all, I am clinging to stuff like my life depends on it because it does. Like every time I come down or go up, like I am gripping to the rails and stuff. Like if I fall, I'm taking it all with me, the whole thing.
Yeah, I would die. I wouldn't be able to do that.
You have stairs there, don't you? 'Cause you're a two
We have,
story, right?
yeah, yeah.
And you're not clumsy. You have no issues with stairs.
Yeah. I climb stairs weird. So I have big feet to begin with, like big feet. So I always climb stairs like sideways.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
I'm weird anyway, climbing stairs and descending stairs because I'm afraid I'm going to fall because I'm clumsy and have big feet.
Yeah. One stair at a time. There's
Yes.
no Courtney's walking to like people like walk like normal people do up the stairs and they use one foot and then they do the next and the next. No. I do one and I lift myself onto the rail and then I do the next step. So I'm like the worst one to be like behind coming up or down the stairs.
Oh, Jasmine.
What?
Oh, nightmare fuel.
Oh, I
Could you
heard
imagine?
that that could happen after I bought some of those. Now I don't use them because of that. I just use them to stir things. I'm not even kidding. It's a plastic straw that I have, and I will not drink anything. I heard of that happening to people. That would I don't do suckers or any of that. Oh my gosh, that is so awful. I've never met somebody who actually knew someone that did it. It was always like I've heard the stories. Like you have to be careful. Now Heather's traumatized.
I am. I was
You
reading it
know
and I
that
was reading it so slowly and I thought it was gonna say like went up their nose
Oh,
at first. So it was like a little comforting that it went into their mouth, but it's still bad. It's still really bad.
yeah. Oh.
Like I think up the nose would have been worse, like all the way up, but it's still
It
really
probably
bad.
could be. I don't know. This is all terrible.
It's all bad. There's no right answer there.
Right. Gosh.
I'm with
Yes.
MGL. But she's like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Me and
she
Michael,
won't
same
be
thing.
ready.
Same thing. We're all like one step at a time. Like I do not want to fall down the stairs. I did
Well,
once. Like I missed the step after we first moved here, and and then there's another little, and then there's like three more steps. Well, I was on this first part. I think there's 5 steps, and I went from like my step to the next step, and then I missed the next step, and I just went straight to the landing, basically like skipping a whole step, and I hit that wood wall with my knee,
well,
trying to stop myself. Like I'm serious. I was like grabbing on anything. I like ripped my knee, like the skin and all that, and I'm like, now I have lights that will come on so that when I go down, like it starts lighting up.
hi Lulu's treasure trove, by the way. Hi Lulu. Oh, yes. All
And Lisa, my husband's the one that taught me into this. This was not my idea, and it's a challenging way to live. I'm used to it now, but I'm telling you, it's challenging. Don't know that I would definitely recommend. Okay, like
like, yeah.
give stuff like I give it 2 stars. Hmm. Exactly. And the knees, man, they hurt. They hurt so bad. And that's one of those things, like after you've had the knee replacement, like you do not want to fall on them at all, ever, ever, ever. Since we're being like traumatizing tonight, um, I used to work with a truck driver. Like I used to work in a trucking company, and some of the drivers that I managed and dealt with, one of them, he had had a knee replacement 25 years before, and he was getting out of his truck one day and he slipped and he fell down on his knee. Thought he was fine and everything. And these guys were like owner operators and all, so they're completely like responsible for themselves. So he then all of a sudden got really sick because as it turned out, when he fell, he had dislodged something in that and it began to get infected. And so he was like out over the road and had to be like rushed into the hospital. And you do not, when you have knee replacement, you do not want to fall. Like it's so serious. Like it really is. And I had no idea that that could happen until it happened to him. And I was like, oh my goodness. And now I've known a couple other people from here that have had issues with their knee replacement from like a little fall like that could really be not that little. It's so serious. But that's it. I don't want to gross y'all out anymore. Sorry. Back to knitting. Let's go to our happy place now.
Like, so what are you guys working on?
Right? Trauma. That's what we're dealing with the trauma. They're like, thanks, Courtney. They're like, Heather, definitely have her not on ever again. She's gonna be getting all these messages, all these emails. Y'all are so sweet and polite. I appreciate it. Oh, oh, a changing shirt. Hmm. I would love to see that. Have you shown it on your channel? Because I've gotten a little bit behind on catching up on everybody's like latest stuff. Have you showed it yet, Michael? Oh, yeah. See, yeah. I'm glad I'm not the only clumsy person. I always like you do the same damn thing again. Same way over and over. I did a split out here on this deck before we put the like sections of roof over it. So before it was in somebody's live, I wasn't on the live, but I was like watching, and I had just said hello, and they're literally talking to, hey, Courtney, how are you? And I was walking out on my porch, and it had just rained, and I wasn't thinking. I hit, and I did the biggest split. My phone went flying across, and I was literally like splayed out. Like it's been a long time since I've been in gymnastics, you know. I couldn't even believe my legs weren't like completely out of their sockets. I had to like flop myself onto the ground to get up to be able to like crawl over to get the phone. And then I was like, I can't even. I just had to go like down. Okay, you showed the stitch, but you haven't showed it yet. I would love to see Stitch. So I'm gonna go check it out after we get done here. I definitely want to see it. And then I want to see, I don't know, when you feel more comfortable, hopefully you show it because I'd like to see what you did, like with it and how it looks and everything. That sounds really cool to convert it. And you're working on a virus blanket. I've only done the virus shawl. I did that with Fiber Spider from one of his videos years ago. And he did like the super long tutorial. I loved it because I just kept crocheting and crocheting with him until I was done. It was really, really long. It was like multiple parts, and I loved every minute of it. That's the only virus related thing that I've done is that. And I might have made the virus meets granny shawl, but I know I did the virus shawl with him.
You never done a virus blanket?
I think he has, but I haven't. I've
Oh,
never done it. I don't do many blankets. Like I never have. I've never been a huge blanket person.
I think it never gets that cold down there, right? So
I mean, I'm always cold, so I use blankets like all the time, even in the summer.
my
I should get more blankets.
right
So what?
down by Appalachia, right?
Yes. Somebody's gonna come in and be like, "That ain't how you say it."
I'm trying.
So far, I haven't even heard an owl out tonight. They were starting early yesterday,
No
and there was
buzzers.
like one down here, and then one up the hill, and it was like they were talking to each other. It was the barred owls, and they're kind of like intimidating. The video that I sent you of all the noise and the owl sounds, that's a barred owl that I sent you, Heather.
Huh?
So that one, but there was like two of them out here, and there's like one right here and one up the hill, and they kind of sound like sort of like growly sometimes. Like you would think, like, is that a cat? At least that's what I think.
I like the virus bits too, Ashley.
Me too.
The
Me too.
the header for my Facebook group is still the first virus blanket that I made out of landscape yarn.
Oh yeah, that's right. Have you decided what you're gonna do? Like, are you gonna do your Are you gonna do any mystery boxes or anything? Have you made a decision yet?
I have not decided yet.
Okay.
Like I was all set to, and then
Right.
I don't know. I might still.
Okay.
Um,
No pressure. But you did say you were willing to pretty much get rid of all of that. I'm not bullying her. I'm her accountability partner.
that's true. That's true. Pop,
Oh, Jasmine, I'm sure you're not. Simple can be good.
it can. I mean, look how simple like granny squares are, and they're really popular. Like with a lot of
I know I
people
need
now.
to do some mosaic granny squares, like put some of my designs into from the center out. I think I figured out how to do it, but I hadn't designed one yet. Like actually converted it completely. I think I figured it out though. Now I got to figure out what I did here because this is definitely wrong. I don't know if y'all can see. My light's not that good, but this should not be here. What's going on? Whoa. Okay, I'm gonna put that down because I'm gonna have to get my new stitch keeper thing that I got. Like I got an actual knitting tool, and it's just a thing to hold the stitches. I'm gonna have to try to see if I can find the stitches to put them back because I think I made a mistake on 3. I think.
Did you drop them?
No, I started doing it the wrong way. I just started. I was just sitting here, just like a professional that I'm not. I forgot what we were doing.
Well, at least that's not that hard. If you caught it like the first row, especially, that's not that hard.
Right. It could be so much worse.
Yeah.
How many granny squares have you done?
Uh, I'm attaching the second one.
Nice.
That one, and
I
then
do
this
love
one.
the virus stitch too. I have to circle back to some of those traditional crochet stitches that I haven't quite explored all the way. I would like to do some more with them. I definitely need to make my way back to that one. Yep. I'm the same. Blankets take so long, but I did 2 blankets last year. Like, actually made them all the way to done, like, with borders and everything. So I was pretty proud about that. But I rather make, like, smaller projects. I definitely like, I made it's gonna sound silly, but I turned one of my designs into a laundry hamper, basically, and I did it in the rounds, and then I put it on they're supposed to be for, like, a metal wire for, like, a wreath that you would do on your door, and I got the biggest one that they had at the Dollar Tree, and I used that as my form to, like, actually stitch it around to, so that when it and I made a little handle for it to hang on a hook that I have. So when it's hanging, which is right over there, so I could grab it, but I won't. I might knock the camera, but next time I'll show y'all. When it's hanging, you can actually grab the hoop and lift it up to drop your stuff in, and then it falls back so it lays kind of like flat. Obviously, when the hamper gets full, it's like a big tube of clothes. Totally noticeable, but when it's empty, it looks so cute.
That's my problem too, by the way, is I love making blankets, and I think people are just blanketed out that I know. So I have a bunch of them still.
She has a closet full, like for real, a closet full. And I was asking her that though. That was one of the questions on our test live, like the live that nobody saw. And I was like, "How many blankets do you really have?" Because she's always working on blankets and always talking about blankets and making blankets. And she's just moving marquee blankets and stuff. And I'm like, "How many are there really?" I'm like, "How many do you just have right around you right now?" There's like 9.
Yeah, I think I do. Didn't I say I had 9 just on the 2 chairs next to me?
Yes, yes. And then you have a whole closet full of them.
Yeah. Some
And
of
there's
those I
probably
really
more. There's probably some
like.
in bags somewhere.
There'll be a video pop up one day with me. Who wants to buy some blankets?
Neat, right? I mean, there's a couple things that she's made that I had my eye on. I was like, if she ever put anything on Etsy, I'll go
Etsy,
go shopping.
I have my patterns on Etsy because it's like digital stuff, but like the physical stuff, I don't know, like it scares me almost. Not, it kind of scares me. Like I'm cool
Yeah,
with the digital stuff, but like I think if I were to sell my physical stuff, I'd probably just do kind of like I've seen some people do like a video and just show off like what they want to sell and let people like I don't know like PayPal them or whatever. I might do
yeah,
that
yeah.
at some point in the future.
The shipping is what like is scary for a lot of people. Like that was scary for me. Like when I used to sell like physical items on Etsy before I ever even started my channel. There's bugs. Sorry, y'all. Like, I'm just crazy. But I swear, y'all probably can't see the bugs, but they're like all around.
I just thought you talked with your hands like I do, so we're good.
I swear, a moth just came right here. I saw it and everything. I was like, oh. Anyway, what was I talking about?
Your Etsy store.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. The shipping was the scariest part. Like some of those tools that are there now were not there when I was doing it and had set up the shop. So the shipping and like understanding like international shipping and stuff, that was like super scary to me. And the
Yeah.
first things I sold, I definitely ate some shipping costs because I didn't realize. Oh, Jessica's got hats galore.
Yeah, I have some of those too, and it's just like I don't need all these.
I love making hats too. But I love my favorite is lace weight for hats. So like it takes me like 16 hours to make hats. Of course, I always got to do like a slouchy hat too. Can't ever be like something, it's got to be like a mile long or whatever. Oh, goodness. Well, we've run over our hour. I
I was
just
just
noticed the
gonna say,
time.
are you tired now?
Yeah, I should get my shower and get sleep. But before we go, we won't rush off. We are turning this into so Heather, do you want to do my channel Thursday, and keep the same schedule?
um, yeah, like, well, yes.
Can you do twice a week?
I mean, I can do twice a week. I just don't know. I don't want to be like, yes, absolutely, set in stone, because I don't know what they're doing with David's schedule right now.
Right.
I think as of right now, that's a yes for me.
Okay.
I,
Okay. Regardless, I think I'm going to try, even on nights when you can't make it. I think I'll try, to get on by myself, even though I'm scared. Oh, Stranger Thing has an amigurumi kit. Am I even saying that right? I think I am.
yeah, yeah. Oh yeah. Karen, my one of my friends from my channel, posted that in my Facebook group.
Oh,
I have
nice.
had an eye on it now for a couple of days when she posted it.
But you're being good. You're being good. Remember,
Doing
you're
good.
being good. You're being good. You're doing so good.
Like looking at it, like it's a pre-order thing. I don't think it's out for a little bit.
Okay.
Um, I don't remember when. If it's September, the one that she posted anyway. But I've been drooling on it, so
And that's a great idea. Take them down to the shelter downtown. We don't, where I'm at right now, there's no shelters around here, but there are back in Florida. It makes it a little weird. I thought about, I know this, there's not like because it's so far out in the middle of nowhere. Um, there's not any shelters or anything like that. And there doesn't seem to even be like any type of homeless population. Thank goodness. But I thought about seeing if it wouldn't be a problem for me to go into the little towns here, down to like the town, like main strip of the town, and during the winter and tie like hat and scarves to the poles for people to take if they
that's
want them. I've heard of that. Like, I don't want to get my butt in trouble, but I'm going to try to find somebody to ask. I'm sure, it can't be that hard. I'll go to the courthouse.
you
But
think
I was
you
thinking that would be fun. They do festivals and stuff, and
you
that'd be
think
a
if
way
you
to get them.
worst case scenario is they just say like, oh, don't do that. Like it's not like they're gonna like fine you or you know what I mean? Like unless you
Right.
keep
Well,
doing it.
yeah, I could just anonymously do it, and then I'm caught on camera. I'll put my hair up. I'll like change the way I look. Go down there and do like a run by scarfing.
Put your hat, put one of your hats on. You know.
Yes, yes. Oh, I could get dressed up like I do during the really cold times, and I look like a woolly mammoth, especially with my one scarf that I wear because I left all it's mosaic. I left all the tails on it. So seriously, I look like woolly mammoth. It's very wide. I wrap it up. There's like fringe everywhere, literally everywhere. Oh, the Whatnot app. Um, Ashley saying that you could try if you wanted to like sell some of your yarn, you could try the Whatnot app and alt
Oh,
not.
yes, I had to look over here at the chat on my computer now because like my phone for some reason froze up on the chat, so I have to like you see me like
Oh,
that's what I'm
I
doing.
could
I'm not.
definitely do some stuff.
What's that?
I said I could be missing some stuff. I didn't know. I just didn't think the chat was moving. She
Yeah,
doesn't
that's what
affect.
I see there. My last one was like half the page up now, so
Oh,
yeah, on my
whoopsie.
phone.
If we're not saying something to y'all or answering a question or something, it's because we're not seeing it. Legit, we wouldn't ignore anyone.
No, yeah, I'm not ignoring anybody. I promise.
Oh, no worries, Michael. I had to do the same thing. I gotta let mine out into her little backyard area.
Yeah, I totally understand. I had to take care of Mister Sleepy back here beforehand, so
Hmm.
oh he's fast asleep.
He is. Mine's laying up on the couch. I can assure you, like she'll take up half of it. She's the queen of the world. And you
Uh
didn't
oh.
break anything. That is fantastic. That is always a success. Any
Next
day where
time
we don't fall down. Looks good.
next time we'll have to figure out what color to start with again.
Okay, okay, hold on. Hold on. I think we figured this out. This okay, where are we at? Where's the top? Up there? Okay, so you're
I
gonna
mean
start with orange.
anywhere, but orange
At the very top, your
here.
next yeah, above that purple. Like
It'll
I'm
go here.
wait,
It'll be
you're going
green.
over there, not above it. Okay, so
Yeah,
over there's green.
yeah, yeah. Green.
Yeah, yeah.
Now what if it's over here? What'll it be?
If it was over there, it would be oh no. uh uh it looks like it would be orange.
I think you're right.
Ah! Oh, this was a test, I see.
Thank
Pop
you.
quiz.
Thank you guys.
Look, I can tell y'all one thing about Granny Square Blankets, and her method of joining as you go is definitely the way to do it. And of course, I've never ever done it that way. I always make a bunch and then I get them mixed up on where I want them or the direction that they're supposed to be in. I start joining things together and get a bunch of it done. And then I realize I've joined something flipped upside down. I do it every single time.
This is the way to join it. We'll never do it any other way.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it looks sewn. That's what I love about it. Doesn't it look like I sewed it?
It does. It does. It looks really pretty. I like that. I like how that looks. You have a video, right, on how you do that?
Yep. It's almost always linked actually in my videos because like I talk about it so much. So I
Right.
think I almost all of mine now.
I do that too, Michael. And I love to just always be playing yarn roulette and never know whether I really truly have enough. And then I always run out. I have to substitute. Like if a crocheter were to ever like inspect the majority of things I've made, they would be able to see things that other people can't. And y'all would be like, girl, this is a shame. I can't even believe you did this. Like I'll just keep going with a slightly different color. You know what I mean? Like I'll just whatever's closest. Or if I don't have anything closest, then I'll get creative and I'll go with whatever I think will look good. And then we can have like a sudden color change. Like but I get it finished and I don't buy more yarn. It looks good. I love it.
Thank you. I love how bright it is. It's like Halloweeny but bright.
Yeah. Like I super love like not that I don't like the orange, I do like it. But I super love that lime green and that purple. The way they're just like popping, popping. I love them.
Yes, the orange is like the dullest color.
Hmm. It looks good. I love it.
Thank you, thank you.
Heather with her blankets. Yes,
Oh.
brightness. It's like it almost hurts my eyes. Almost. It's there's been some of those. There was like this one neon that Antoinette over at two at Hooking and Stitching. She changed her channel name. Hooking and Stitching did, and she did it as a cheery blanket to cheer herself up. And man, like I had to watch like and be like, let me get my sunglasses.
I was just gonna say this is opening the way for my neons to start.
Right?
Because I am gonna
I'm
bust in
Halloween
pretty
too. Halloween's my favorite. It really is. It's my favorite. Obviously, it's Heather's favorite.
what gave it away.
Heather is her whole aesthetic. Like that's one thing I love. As I know, if I buy you something that's Halloween related, like decor, you will be like, oh my gosh, year round decor. Yep. Yep. Oh, all right. Well, we should get going. I need to get on to bed soon.
Is like
So
sleep. Yes, ma'am.
look
Thank you
out for
guys.
us both possibly, but I'll make sure that I make an appearance on Thursday on my channel. Hopefully Heather will be able to join us.
Most
And
likely.
we'll make an announcement on the time just in case you need to change it. Okay. I can
I'm
just let
pretty sure. So it should be good.
you. Thank you everyone for coming.
Yeah.
I've had so much fun talking to everybody. Bye.
Bye, guys. Thank you.
Thank you for having me on, Heather. Bye. Aw,